Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adventures with Roxanne. How are ya? Turn this camera around a little bit. I don't know why my camera's so blurry. I have, taken my hand up and down across the camera, and maybe it needs wiping off. I don't know. So tiny. How do you wipe it off? Welcome whoever's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Roxanne Show. Hey, Joe. How are ya? Tonight we're just chilling and talking. And I'm also gonna be cooking. I was thought about cooking chili, but I really don't. So I'm just gonna take my hamburger meat. I'm gonna add some chili seasoning that I got. Doesn't matter what brand. And add my tomato paste, salt and pepper and garlic and ginger, and kind of make me a hamburger sloppy joe. We call them sloppy joes in the U.S. You know, but that's the combination I'm putting together in a little bit after we talk. Maybe someone else come up. Joe, if you ever want the link, I can give it to you to come up. And also, we're going to open a fortune cookie together and see what the universe is offering everybody tonight. I bought some fortune cookies at the grocery store. They're not as good as the ones you get at a restaurant to me. So, not eating the cookie, we're just going to pull the fortune out and see what we get. Okay, let's see what it says. I'm going to let this be for everybody. Soon your old friends will remind you of your childhood joys. Okay. I'm going to Helen, so maybe that has to do with Helen. And then on the back is just your fortune numbers. And if you want anybody want to, I don't know if you can copy that. Poo-poo. Want a second one? And you can read that, go right ahead. Your phone can copy it, you can use it. You get a second fortune. But it also says learn Chinese. Roasted. K-A-O. I can't pronounce Chinese, but I like Chinese. I like fortune cookies. Who likes fortune cookies? Raise your hand. Hello. But no, I am going to cook. I'm using hamburger meat. You can use turkey meat, chicken meat, deer meat. But no, I'm just making we call them sloppy joes in the U.S. Or there may be another name for them. But now, if you remember the show Roseanne Barr, and on there, I believe it was her show or maybe the spinoff show. Anyway, they had a restaurant and they called it Sloppy Meat. I think that's what they called it. But I'm just going to take part of this hamburger meat, probably half of it, and I'm going to put it in the pan. The other half I'll save for a regular hamburger. But I'm just going to. You won't be able to see my face. Y'all can see my pan right here. But I'm turning eye on and just dump it in. This is my taste test tonight. And I'm having good old Lay's barbecue chips with it. Everybody has their favorite chip. In the U.S., Lay's is all over the world. But in the U.S., these were, I don't know where I got them. If I picked them up or they were in a giveaway, I don't remember. Cause sometimes when I go to the market, outdoor markets, one of the booths will let you take a bag of chips. I think these were gotten from the grocery store free when they were offering something. She said to have a bag of chips. They were insurance. No, they were trying to tell you their plan for their pharmacy. That's what it was. and I already had the pharmacy card and everything, so I didn't need it, but she gave me the chips, so I took them. So I got the eye on. I forgot to turn the eye on, but it's on now. So, yeah. If I'm blurry, I am so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with the camera. You can see shiny. Yeah. So, what's y'all's favorite hamburger dish? You know, a regular sloppy joe is made with my version. It's made with mustard and ketchup, salt and pepper, and I can't have cooked onions. It's got cooked onions in it, so I don't. Are you? You're clear on your side. It's blurry on my side, but you know, and some people put onion powder, garlic, but this is kind of just me making up something tonight. And I'm also going to put it. I don't have any beef stock. I had this chicken stock I used earlier in the week. I'm going to add a little bit of that to it, and then let the stock cook out. Imagine that, so it will cook, break down the tomato paste. That's what I'm doing. I invited some friends, but I don't know if they're going to show up or not. I know one's busy, which is fine. So I invited my friend from Wales, my other friend Joe, my friend Carol, if she wants to come on. Anybody want to come on and talk to me? Let me know, and I'll send you the link. I don't know how to send you a link, Joe. I don't think I have your private messages, but. And tonight we're all going to be going over to see Scott. Controversial cruising tonight. Oh yeah. I like hamburger meat with cheese. I have to use garlic powder. Real garlic makes me stomach problems. So that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah. And I love raw onions and tomatoes. Tomatoes don't like me because of the seeds, but and there's not enough grease in here. There is grease in this pan. I'm not gonna worry about it. Or am I? Well, I know what I'm gonna take a paper towel and sop up some of the grease, and then I'll add my seasoning. So you just gotta be careful when you're doing this. But my husband used to say I had asbestos hand. You know what asbestos is a bad thing. But in other words, I have hands that could handle the heat. But you still have to be careful because this is really hot. And I just mopped up some of the grease. Never pour grease down your sink either. All right. And I don't know how much I'm going to use. I'm just going to squirt some. About a tablespoonful, maybe. You know. Add me a little chicken stock. That's just to help break down the tomato paste. Now, we do get tomato paste in a can here. But I don't use enough tomato paste for it to be in a can for me. You have to, and I know some people, hey, Ribeye Susie, some people, will take their when they open up a can of tomato paste, they'll make little round. They'll put it in a freezer. They'll put it in little freezer bags. Put little dollops in the freezer, and that way it doesn't go bad. And this you keep in the refrigerator. Just tomato paste you keep in the refrigerator. But I'm adding a garlic powder, and this is all to your taste. And yeah, we have them in several different ways too. And ginger powder, and I'm adding a little bit of chili powder. Now, in our Aldi's, we have in one of our sections, we have tomato paste and tomato sauce in a jar. And I like that jar stuff. It was pretty good. But, all right, I'm add a little black pepper and salt. I almost forgot it. Now, I'm very careful. I use salt only when I'm cooking. I don't salt at the table. Some people salt at the table because they like a lot of salt. Well, salt really don't absorb into your food once it's at the table. It's got to be hot enough for it to still absorb into your food. So, but I'll show y'all what it looks like. It's still cooking, still boiling. I gotta cook all the moisture out of it. Now I'm gonna put it on a hamburger bun and eat it. But that's what it's gonna look like. And it's gonna cook it down to all that juice is there. There's juices here. All those juices cooked down a little bit. So, yeah, but if you like the regular sloppy joes, the way y'all make them with mustard and ketchup, the way my mother made them, you can do that too. But this is just, call it whatever you want dinner. You can call it a sloppy joe. You can call it a hamburger goulash. I could theoretically take this probably and put it on my nacho chips over there and grate some cheese on top of it and call it nachos. I don't have any Mexican cheese, but I got white cheese. One of my white cheeses came from Australia. I'm paying for it. Oh my goodness. But when I go to Aldi's and Lidl's, I don't buy the American cheese. I go to the foreign cheese counter, and it usually comes from Germany, Italy, France, the European countries. But I think one of these that I have, or may have already used y'all, was from I think one was from Australia. Let me get a little spoon and taste it. See if I've added too much. If I've added too much seasoning, take it out. But you can be cautious for next time. But it is very hot, very steamy, and I just turned it off because 99% of the water is cooked out. I used to get leg cramps a lot, and they say they're growing pains. But when you're 65 years old, they shouldn't be growing pains. They're not growing anymore. Yep, I've heard of Limburger cheese, and that was very delicious. That was very, very delicious. So, Yeah. And can't be having growing pains. No. You know, unless you're a woman, you don't usually grow anymore unless you have a baby. Some women shrink when they have a baby. Some of them grow a little more taller. The feet get a little bigger, you know, because you're growing a baby. It's making you anyway. A lot of people say they shrink when they grow up, have a baby. I was 4'11" when I graduated high school. At least that's what they told me when the kids measured me, you know. And some of those kids that were supposed to be your friends weren't really your friends, you know. You weren't in their clique group. So, but I'm 4'9". At least that's what it measured years ago, and that's what it measured, you know, at the doctor's office last year. So, yeah. And you can also, when you make your sandwich, um, if you want it mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise on it, go right ahead. I would like some mayonnaise on it, but I think I left my mayonnaise on the other side of the window. So, and I'm the only one on here, so and I've got enough to make one more if I wanted. I usually don't eat but one. I can't. I used to be able to eat like 2 hot dogs. I could only eat one hamburger usually, but I could eat more than what I do now. But no. Ta-da! That it looks very delicious. And I don't have a mayonnaise package or a mustard package here. I'd squirt some on it. So, all right. Let me get what I need. All right, I'm gonna go get my mayonnaise. I can't eat it without mayonnaise. When I do my hamburgers, I like mayonnaise and honey mustard. But I like mayonnaise. I like ketchup's okay, but it's not my favorite. You know, I'll cook and use ketchup, but I prefer just honey mustard or and mayonnaise kind of thing. So, but this is what I'm having. And if it's too messy for you to pick up and eat, cut it with a fork, cut it with a spoon, and you know, or take you some chips and eat it with your nacho chips. So that's very good. Yep. Hey, girl. But I'll show y'all again. Oh, I can show you right here. That is mine. And I put a little mayonnaise on it. So, yeah. But remember, that's pretty good. And I'll open chips and have with it. And I've only been on 20 minutes, and that took less than 20 minutes to cook. Yeah, if you're cooking for a big crowd of people, and you have to cook more, you know. But it doesn't take that long. This was a pound of meat, and I cooked half of it. So a pound of meat, if you're not eating a huge burger, will get you four decent sized burgers. So, but I got enough of this meat left for another one tomorrow. So, I'm eating just regular Olays. barbecue chips. Now, I do have another chip I can taste tonight, but I've already tasted it in the first box that came. And the first box, they are crab flavored chips. Anyway, I don't like crab flavored chips. They're not good. But I've got in the last Tokyo box I got, Japan box, it had those chips in it again. And I said, I'm not going to open them. I'd rather maybe see if the teenager next door would like them. I don't know if she would or not. Yeah. And good old spring water, American water. I'm 99% sure. Yeah, this came from Lidl's. Our Lidl's has the cheapest of the water. Last time I went in, they were 2 for $5, and you got 24. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just afraid if I pick this up, it's all going to fall out. Hey, Virginia Avocado. Are you new, Virginia? Welcome. And if you're in a hurry to cook something, hamburger meat is pretty quick to cook. Pretty easy and pretty quick to cook. Yeah, it is delicious. You don't get, since I put the garlic and the ginger and the chili spice, it's not really a chili taste. It's just I don't know, I like it. If I wanted to make chili out of it, I would not put the ginger. I wouldn't put ginger, and I'd leave it where the has a little more moisture and water. Yeah, let's see how many. I don't know if it says in milliliters on here or not. Yeah, it does. This is 16.9 fluid ounces, 1.05 pints, 500 milliliters. Yes, 500 milliliters. That's what it is. But it was on sale a couple of weeks ago, and I know I need to get me another filter and filter my water. I don't know if in Australia or other countries if they put chlorine in the water. When I turn on this water about once a month, sometimes more than that, you smell the chlorine. So you know that there's been some kind of contamination and they put extra chlorine. So I don't like that chlorine taste. Not at all. Hey, R3. What am I doing here? Cooking. I'm cooking. I cooked dinner tonight. I cooked my version of a sloppy Joe. There's some meat from it. So that's what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, R3, and Virginia, and Joe, and Carol, and all the lurkers. Yeah, it's been a pretty good week. Next week at this time, I will be in Helen, Georgia, and we'll be on a sightseeing tour to go see Helen. Helen is, the town was named after a woman named Helen. She's no longer alive, as far as I know. Yeah, because it's been years and years and years. Oh, we don't get fluoride anymore either. They took it out. Yeah, as far as I know, they took the fluorine out because back 20, 20, 25 years ago, the doctors would push the fluoride, and they would even tell you to get their toothpaste with the fluoride in it. And it's not good. Oh, you're going to Helen. Yay. I'm going to. I have a friend picking me up. He's coming down from his town. He's going to pick me and another guy up, and my little dog Candy's going with me to Helen. Yeah. So it's going to be a fun. We had 101 at the dinner last year, and it was way overcrowded. I can't wait to meet y'all either. A lot of people I can't wait to meet. But on, Friday afternoon at 2:00, we're having ice cream. Then at 5, we're going to meet, at the hotel and take a tour around Helen. But, dinner, he said if anybody wanted to meet for dinner that night. But the main dinner is Saturday night, which is going to be at the Hoffer House in Helen, which is a wonderful place to eat. It was just, it's not as big of a place as you would think. So I would love for him to have over 100 and something people, but it's going to be crowded. You're going to love your cruise, Joe. You're going to love it. German food. It's a Bavarian German house, German restaurant. They got Schweinehexe. You know what Schweinehexe is? You're probably wondering, what is it? It's pork. Big old hunk of pork. That's what some of them get. Some of them get Broxworth and Knoxworth. I said, what did I get last year? I think I got the German roast beef last year. Yeah, pork knuckle. Yeah, it's a big old piece of pork. But I got the roast beef last year, which was delicious. Mm-hmm. Then some of them got the roast beef. Not roast beef. What do you call it? The Germans like, sauerkraut. What was that sandwich that lady had? That cured roast beef. It ain't what it's called though. It's German. It was German meats on this, sandwich. So there's a variety. There's anything from a sandwich to Knoxworth to, everything in between. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping he gets a lot of people there, but I'm hoping it's not as crowded as last year. They have 2 rooms, but he's bringing his better audio equipment so you can hear this year. So I'm hoping it gets better. Yeah. Elvis Festival. Elvis Presley Festival? He's my man. I don't know if everybody's heard the story, but I was at Elvis Presley's outside his house the day before he died on a church bus, and his security people or somebody came out and said he's not coming out today. We were also sad, but then get a call the next day, and Elvis had passed away. My mother called me from work and said, You listening to the radio? And I said, no. Or the TV? I said, no, Mom, I'm not even up. She said, go turn the TV on. Elvis Presley died. I was shocked. I was shocked. We all were. All the kids on that bus were. Some of them met up at our church. It was about half a mile from my house. I didn't go up there because I didn't know about it, but one of about 6 or 8 of the kids from our church bus choir went up to the bus and started praying. Ah, so you don't, you took a bus there. I've never been back to Elvis's place. I was went through their town last year with my cousin, and I wanted to go over to Graceland. Even if we didn't do anything but look outside on the lawn, you know, how it costs to go in there. But she had her plans to get to point A to point B and back home again. We were going to the diamond mines in Arkansas, and I didn't find anything. She thought she found a diamond, but had it tested and it wasn't. A piece of glass. So, well, one of these days I want to go back to Elvis's place and actually go in and tell my story. I've got the pictures that I took outside his place in one of my albums somewhere. It would have been nice. Well, what's anybody else cooking tonight or had for dinner or gonna have for dinner? But I put a link out there, Carol, if you want to come up. Sound like fun. Controversial Scott. Controversial cuisine, Scott. I've not tried any beef from other countries. Yeah, but I think Scott's is on tonight at 8 o'clock. Sausage, egg, and chips for dinner. Now, for you, chips are not potato chips. They're something else, right? Y'all call y'all's potato chip chips, or do y'all call them crisps? I was watching the YouTuber play Minecraft. Well, anyway, they were at a convention and they all stand in a room and a place together. And they sent the UK guy to go get French fries. And they said, go get us some Chris. They said go get us some. I forget what they said, but anyway, he brought back bags of potato chips and not French fries because they call different over there. Yeah, match game at 8 o'clock tonight. Yeah. Yeah. That is very good. I needed something different. All right here, it doesn't say. It just says Lay's. But we call them Lay's potato chips. Yeah, potato chips right here in the bottom. Right there. Let's find where it's at. But I know in the UK they call them Chris. What do we call them? Over here, we call, in some places they're called palm freaks, which is French fries. We call them French fries. Yep. So I made homemade fries last night. They were okay. I almost overcooked them, but I ate them. I call them. I don't fry deep fry them. I put just a little bit of butter and oil together. Cut up my potato however I want it. Doesn't have to be in the strips and little. I had them in little bitty chunks last night, and I just cooked them till they were done. I kept stirring them up until they were done, and then I put my steak, poured out most of that grease out in the trash, and then I put my steak in it and cooked it. That was good. Both of them were really good. So anyway, I got a little trivia some questions. I'm gonna see if anybody knows the answer. I don't have a way to show them, but I just remembered I pulled up some questions about food. And I'm gonna read a couple of them if I can find them again. Okay. Which two spices are the most popular in the world? Two spices that are popular in the world. Anybody got a guess? Let's see. I'll let somebody try to guess before I tell you the answer. All right. You ready for the answers? Let me go back and find the answer. I'm on another page. Well, it says right here the top two selling spices worldwide are pepper and mustard. If you were guessing salt, you would be wrong because salt is technically not a spice, it's a mineral. So you would think, yeah, I was thinking, I thought salt was a spice. No, it's a mineral. Yeah, it said pepper and mustard. It was the right what this website is. It's the Instacart website. I just pulled up trivia questions and Instacart some came up. All right. What's the only food what's the only food in the world that never goes bad? One food in the world that never goes bad. There's one food in the world, entire continent, entire Same in every country. Honey, you got it. It's honey. They have found honey in tombs. It might crystallize on you, but it's not bad. Yeah. They found an old jar of honey to believe to be 5,500 years old. Yeah. All right. This is all over the globe. It says, what type of food holds the world record for being the most stolen around the globe? What do you think people are stealing in your grocery stores and your places that have food? The one thing that people steal the most of. That's what this thing says. Anybody got a guess? Nope, not meat. It might be eggs. Nope, it's not eggs. The answer, anybody else got a guess? Cheese. It's estimate that as much as 4% of the cheese products around the world is stolen. That equates to as much as 0.6 million tons of cheese. 90.6 million tons of cheese stolen every year. All right, here's another question. What's the only fruit with seeds on the outside? I don't know. It didn't really say, but they still cheese. Strawberries. You got it, Joe. Strawberries. All right, let's see. I'm skipping some of these because I don't understand the answering question. What is the most common name for the Chinese gooseberry fruit? There's another name for it that is called something else in the U.S., maybe in another country. What is the most common name for the Chinese gooseberry fruit? Kiwi fruit. You got it, Joe. You know your stuff, or you're fast at Google. Okay, yeah, it's kiwi fruit. Yeah. Okay, mozzarella cheese is traditionally made from the milk of what animal? True mozzarella cheese is what they're talking about. Oh, wow, Joe, you got that one right too. Water buffalo. I'll go back and read what they say about it. Okay, let me find it. While much of the mozzarella cheese in the U.S. is now made from cow's milk, traditionally it is produced using the milk of water buffalo. So I didn't know that one either. Yeah, I would have thought mozzarella cheese was just from cow, but it's water buffalo. The real, let's say the real stuff is. All right. Where were French fries first invented? Where were French fries first invented? Anybody know that answer? Who invented the French fries? Wow, you're right. While the name may lead you to believe that the potato-based treat originated in France, it was Belgium. It actually was created with the invention of French fries. Yep, Belgium had the first French fries. Okay. Now, if you're not, now I know I'll give away the answer if I tell you what I was going to say. All right. This is what famous American beverage was first invented in 1886? What was what soft drink was 1886? Coca-Cola, you got it. Coca-Cola was invented in 1886 at Jacob's Pharmacy in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, let's skip that question. All right, if y'all, anybody in the world maybe know this one. Rice Krispie Treat has 3 mascots. What are their names? Yep, the primary was cocaine. What are the 3 mascots of Rice Krispie Treats? Anybody know that answer? Pass on that one. Y'all don't have those in Australia? Yep, snap, crackle, and pop. There's a couple more questions. Oh, here's one that I didn't know the answer to. Where were Doritos invented? Doritos is a corn chip. Anybody know where Doritos were invented? Yeah, we have Cocoa Rice Krispie Treats. No, not Georgia. Anyone else got an answer before I read it to you? Some place that I've been wanting to go. Nobody knows? Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. Where were Doritos chips invented? Disneyland. In the 1960s, Doritos parent company Frito-Lay had a restaurant inside the park named Casa de Fritos. This is where the first Dorito was made. In Disneyland. Disneyland is in California. Oh, sounds interesting. Okay, the next question. Which fast food restaurant has the largest number of retailers located in the world? All over the world. It outbeats another restaurant. What would y'all say? What's the most largest fast food restaurant in the world? The number of stores. Nope, not Kentucky Fried Chicken. Hey, Scott. We're doing food trivia tonight. And I made sloppy joes or whatever you want to call them. My version. All right, the answer is, well, McDonald's is the second. The first, all right, which fast food restaurant has the largest number of retailers located in the world? Subway. This shop, which was first opened in 1965, now has approximately 41,500 stores, locations around the world. McDonald's comes in second with 37,900. I don't read math that well. Anyway. Yeah. All right. Well, all right, here's one. And some of y'all, most of y'all might know this one, and you might not. What is the only U.S. state where coffee beans are grown? In the U.S., what state in the grows coffee? Yeah, that was interesting. I thought McDonald's or yeah, or I thought McDonald's was gonna be number one, but it was Subway. Not California. Not California. Coffee needs a tropical vibe to grow. Any more guesses? The answer is Hawaii. It's the only U.S. state that grows coffee. Visitors almost always want to bring home a bag of Kahlua coffee, which is grown on the big island of Hawaii. Kona, Kahlua. I think that's how they pronounce it. All right, this is a U.S. question, but it could probably be in your state too. I don't, your country too. But what type of food is the most frequently ordered item in the U.S. in a restaurant? Uh-uh. Not pizza. You would think it would be not hamburgers, not mashed potatoes. What type of food is the most frequently ordered item in the U.S.? According to one of the U.S. most popular food delivery services, the number one ordered food item, and this is in 2021, was chicken fingers and fries. Chicken fingers. All right, chicken nuggets, I guess. Same thing to me. All right, and here's a tricky question. You might think the answer was something from another answer. What is the oldest soft drink in the United States? The oldest soft drink made in the United States. Oh, yeah, Dr. Pepper, you got it. It is, you would think Coca Cola. Coca Cola was second. Dr. Pepper holds the title of the oldest soft drink in America. It was originally made in 1885 at Morrison's Old Corner Drugstore in Waco, Texas. Let me see if I can answer this question. Okay. What state is credited for being the birthplace of the cheeseburger? Well, like a lot of places use cow manure and horse manure and rabbit manure on their garden, so why not have it on your coffee garden? Where was the cheeseburger invented? Don't think so. Let me look. Nope, not that answer, Joe. Not Philly, not Philadelphia. Scott, if you're still here, these might be some good questions for your show on Thursday. All right, the first cheeseburger is credited to Louis E. Boston, Ballast, Bosted, the owner of the Humpty Dumpty Barrel Restaurant in Denver, which is also dubbed as Colorado's first drive-in, was served in 1935. So, all right, that was the last question. Nat asked me, did I want to order food? Did it make me hungry? I'm not ordering any Instacart food tonight. So I was gonna make my wine spritzer, but the materials and stuff are way over on the other side of the room, and I said I forgot to get them out of the refrigerator. So that's all right. But my hour is up. I don't know where we're going now. 8 o'clock. We're going over to Controversial Cruising for a match game Friday. So it's going to be a fun night. Yeah, those are not broken down, so I don't know if I want them or not. I've heard of it. So, all right, we'll see y'all. 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Don't forget, Down Under Cruisers at Helping Hands for Cruising at 10 o'clock tonight. So, y'all want to Helping Hands for Cruising out? Come on over. Go to their website if you would like, and order some popcorn or coffee. But tonight, I'm going to finish my dinner and see y'all at 8 o'clock at Scott's, 10 o'clock on Helping Hands for Cruising. All right, y'all have a blessed night. We'll see y'all on the next one. Next Friday, I'll be in Helen, so I don't know if I'll be live taste testing or not. So, bye.